Most of this run doesn't feel fast at all. I'm not really pushing the car, I'm just keeping it settled and letting it move underneath me. And somehow I'm still working through traffic, which doesn't really make sense in the moment, and the only time it actually starts to fall apart is later on when I try to push it harder again and everything starts to get sketchy. Off the start, the tires are still cold, so I'm not trying to do anything aggressive here. I'm braking earlier, waiting a bit before getting back on the throttle, and letting the car settle before I ask it to rotate. Because there's not much grip yet, and if I try to force it, the rear just moves around more than I want. And this is usually when the car feels the most under control because I'm not asking for anything extra. I'm pretty much just taking what the grip is giving me. As the laps start building, I'm driving the same way, not trying to force the car into the corner and over-rotate. Just letting it rotate once and getting back to throttle cleanly. And even though it doesn't feel quick, I'm starting to pick cars off. And the overtakes aren't coming from forced moves, they're happening because I'm getting better exits and carrying that speed forward. And it's one of those things you don't really notice right away because it feels like I'm doing less, not more. The more I stay like this, the easier the car is to drive. I'm not making corrections on the way out of corners, the rear isn't stepping out unexpectedly, and I'm not waiting to get back on throttle. It just happens because the car is already settled. And even then, it feels like there's more in it. Like I could push harder and find more speed, which is where it really starts to get misleading. By the time I get to the front, it almost feels like it happened without me really forcing anything. Just staying consistent and taking clean exits every lap. And that's exactly where the mindset starts to shift, because now it feels like I should be doing more to stay here. So I start leaning on it more, I stay on the brakes a little longer than I should, carry more speed into the entry, try to get the car to rotate more than it needs to, and in the moment it feels quick, like I'm finally pushing it properly, but the car starts moving around again. Small corrections come back, and I'm spending more time catching it instead of driving it forward. And at the same time, I keep checking the mirrors, seeing how close the car behind me is. And without really noticing it, I stop driving the road in front of me and start reacting to what's behind me. And that's when everything starts to feel rushed. It's not a huge change at first, just enough that the exits aren't as clean. And the more I keep driving like this, the more the car starts working against me instead of with me. And a few laps go by where it all just feels a bit less controlled than it did before, even though I think I'm going faster. And at this point, I'm fully back in that mindset where it feels like I need to push harder to keep the gap. Still thinking about the car behind me, even though earlier that wasn't what was making the car fast. And right here, I carry more speed into the entry than I should. Still thinking about the car behind me, I tried to push it again, and the rear steps out more than I expected. Now it's just sketchy, and I'm not even thinking about the exit anymore. I'm just trying to catch the cars ahead. And that's the trap. It feels faster when you're pushing it harder, but the car was actually quicker when I just kept it settled and let it flow through the corner. I'll catch you on the next run. Peace.